Hello, my name is Roxanne Curl, and I'm the leader of the New Performance System team. And I'm going to go over some things about actually building our team. First thing to think about is how we can make our team the most effective. One way is to make clear and defined tasks and goals. And that's basically thinking about what needs to be done with this team. In our case, it's going to be to create a new performance system because the old one is outdated. One way is to be clear and simple. And Thompson, in the book Making the Team, A Guide for Managers, mentions that team missions should have few objectives. This gives the team a direction, but allows them to think about the decision. It also mentions that the end goal should be specified, but teams should not be given the means to the goal. This basically means to be clear enough to establish purpose and to not create confusion, but allow the team to make processes on their own. Next thing to think about is team authority. This is just how much authority is being given to the team. The more authority a team has over itself, the better motivation it has. But this does mean that management has less control over the team, and it can lead to the outcome not being exactly met with organizational needs. Our team should have about a medium amount of authority since the performance system program directly affects many people in the organization, but we also don't want to be too controlling so we stifle the creativity. Next thing to think about is what kind of work is the team actually doing? There are basically three types of team categories, and that includes tactical, performance, problem solving, and creative. Ours is going to be a problem solving team, and that means they're attempting to resolve a problem. And in this case, that's the performance system. To be effective, each member must trust each other's decisions, and the members must have high integrity. A problem-solving team focuses on issues and must separate opinions and their own bias or judgment from decision-making and be thorough when investigating. Some issues a performance or a problem-solving team can run into are members getting stuck on solutions, being pressured by the organization, or not using facts or finding facts to fit their outcome. The next thing to think about is regrouping. Regrouping is ineffective when you have members changing, and that means coming into or leaving the team. And the mission should be again clarified to ensure all the members understand and agree to what's being expected of them. And finally, to be effective, we need to focus on the process review. Understanding process continuously, meaning that the process review should not just be done at the end of the project. Effective teams conduct reviews throughout the entire process to understand status, progress, and feedback. This helps the team to constantly keep on track. And it's especially important when dealing with a system that so many in the organization will use and it'll affect so many people. There are two ways basically to measure effectiveness, and it is my job as leader to measure my team's effectiveness. One way I'm going to do that is through structural elements, and these are structure-based, and they include the goals and roles being clear, if the team shares a vision, and this will show if my leadership behavior is being effective. The next way is through positive interdependent roles. And this is how a team's working well together. And that can be assessed by how they are making decisions, if they're innovative, if conflict is met with more functional outcomes and less dysfunctional ones, and if the environment is altogether collaborative. And this will show if management is being effective. Next thing to focus on is team dynamics, and this can be defined as the effects of the roles and behaviors of the other group members and of the group as a whole. There are positive and negative team dynamics. Positive is created when a team displays trust in each other, is collaborative towards decision making, and hold each other accountable. Positive dynamics lead to better innovation and more creativity for the team. Negative dynamics are the exact opposite. It is marred by disruptive behavior and the inability to make decisions or even making bad decisions and poor leadership. There are two basic types of team dynamics. Internal is one of them, and internal dynamics can be created by different social roles within the group. I would enable these roles to create better positive dynamics. One role is the harmonizer, and as you can guess, this person brings harmony to the team. This individual is supportive and praising when it comes to the efforts of the team, and the role can aid in a reduction of conflict and stress and addition of motivation. Next is the compromiser. And compromiser is needed for the team to thrive and have effective decision making. A standoff can occur, halting the decision making process without compromise. A person in this role will change their own position so the team can come to a consensus. The commentator provides feedback to the team during the decision making. This aids the team in effective and thorough decision making, and is especially important for a problem solving team like ours. Next are external dynamics. And this involves various roles that occur naturally that affect how the team works with external factors. I would love to have all 6 of these, including the buffer, who protects the team from bad news, and this keeps morale positive and reduces conflict. And the advisor gives team advice about current options and what's available to them and advises them which one they should take. The gatekeeper controls the flow of information in and out of the team. A coordinator arranges communication with people in and out of the team. The strategist is the one who plans how to ask management for resources such as supplies, money, or workspace, and they also deal with threats towards the team. And then the client relationship role is important, and it relates to the coordinator role. It's very important because it creates positive dynamics with the client, and that would be, in this case, the organization and the team itself. Feedback can flow easily this way, enabling better communication and trust. Next thing to focus on is how we're going to actually select these members. First thing to think about is where the members are coming from. A team can be made up of people from one department or cross sections from many different departments. For our project, we have a problem-solving team, and this would be best for as a multifunctional team with members from different areas of the organization so that the performance evaluation system can meet everyone's needs to the best of its ability. Next are what kind of skills each member possesses. Having the relevant skills for a task is a vital part of making a team effective. Putting people in a team where their task is above their level or expertise or has no real fit with their skills can add stress and reduce the team cohesion. Each type of team benefits from different skills, one being technical expertise. This is the ability to perform functions necessary for the task. For our team, technical expertise wouldn't be a skill at the forefront, but we should at least have one member, possibly from information technology, so that we can understand the technical aspects and capabilities of the company. And this person can relay the time and money constraints included in implementing a technologically based performance evaluation system. Next is task management, and this is the ability for someone to coordinate the functions presented by the team and plan with set goals. Some specific skills in this area are suggesting ideas, elaborating on current ideas, keeping the goals focused, or even recording what's happening during the activities. This particular skill is important in problem-solving team because of the specific goals involved in the process. Interpersonal skills is less and the most important for us. It includes the ability to work together as individuals. Communication in a team is key in a team, and this skill thrives on being constructive with criticism, giving recognition to others, and learning from teammates. Some examples are encouraging others, mediating, compromising, and reflecting on positive and negatives of team dynamics or clarifying feelings. And this again is important to us with a problem-solving team because the members will need to brainstorm and apply communication to come up with the best solution for a performance evaluation system. This can be met with conflict and many perceived failures along the way, and having members who can handle the emotions involved in this type of task leads to more functional outcomes than dysfunctional ones. Next is the process on how to select these team members. To reduce bias in the member selection process, it's best to create a list like the one discussed above. Checklists can be created to help understand the level of each skill needed for the project. And the first step is going to be the project step. If we break the project into steps and assess which skills are needed for each type, it is easiest to understand the ratio of skill needed, which is kind of similar to what we just did. Next are the requirements. Are there time constraints or deadlines to be met for this project? The quicker the project must be finished, the more expertise is needed. Are the members who we choose easily stressed or opposed to overtime? Next is to approach human resources. And this is after the necessary skills have been laid out. We can contact HR and the supervisors for the departments to ask who would fit best. Next is to communicate. When researching members, it's imperative to ask and understand the potential members' communication skills. These internal and external skills will be needed for a strong positive dynamic. Then we can go to management, and the potential members must also excel in organization to avoid chaos and confusion that can lead to delays. Then we're going to list them. Now we can finally make this list of potential team members for our performance evaluation team, and it'll be based on their skills that we discussed. Then we can select. After going through the list of candidates, an informal interview can take place with those who qualify most. During this, it is best to understand if the person is interested in joining the team before selecting them. Being able to meet the individual should confirm the selection choice. And finally, evaluate who we choose. The team members should be looked at as a whole, or the team should be looked at as a whole. Evaluating potential teams should be a step taken seriously. Will these individuals work together well as a team, and what type of dynamic can be created? Should be a question when reflecting on the decision. Next, we need to talk about team diversity, because many people ask, why diversity? Why is it focused on so often? In a growing global market, companies must be competitive and obtain a strategic advantage. Innovation is a key element in obtaining this advantage. Diversity creates functional conflict that leads to a creative and innovative culture. This aids in competitive advantage. So first are the elements of diversity. Some primary elements of diversity and are race, gender, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or physical and mental ability. And primary can be best described as the things we can't change about ourselves. Next are secondary traits, and these are kind of like the chosen dimension. And if you can read, those are the income, education, experience, religion, location, and parental or marital status. Some of the benefits of diversity are improved team performance. Differing opinions can lead to more discussion, and this can strengthen the team's communication in some ways and make the project more enjoyable for those who like to use their minds. Next are expanding the talent pool.